I'm Amy Cherry. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, here to wow ya. A Palm Coast man dies in an apparent drug overdose. Deputies were called to a home on Zacharias Place in the Z section for reports of an unresponsive man. 49-year-old Daryl Joace was pronounced dead at the scene. Police say multiple syringes were found there. Foul play isn't suspected. In a previous case of a drug overdose, sheriff's deputies tracked down the suspected drug dealer and charged Joseph Colon with first-degree murder. It's unclear whether a similar move by authorities would be possible in this case.
This portion of WNZF Local News, a service of the Daytona Beach International Airport. Fly to the Big Apple in a New York minute on JetBlue from the Daytona Beach International Airport.
Daytona Beach International Airport is trying to lure a Canadian airline. Sunwing is a low-cost international airline that focuses on seasonal service to leisure destinations. Jay Cassens is the Director of Business Development for the airport.
It'll be huge for the community. The amount of economic impact that it's going to bring, not only to the tourism community, but to the community in general, is going to be, just the tourism impact is going to be well over $7 million. And you can probably double that for the actual economic impact.
If it happens, Cassens says it will be an inexpensive way for Flagler County residents and others to get to Toronto. Plus, it could open up some more doors.
Success breeds success, and when you have an international airline, we haven't had one in over 20 years, if they're able to be successful, that's going to lead to additional opportunities with that particular airline or maybe another one in the future.
The Daytona Beach Area Convention and Visitors Bureau voted unanimously earlier this week to provide $125,000 in matching funds towards an incentive package to bring in Sunwing. One of the candidates running for governor in Florida paid us a visit, Tony Magoo reports.
Adam Hughes Putnam is an American politician of the Republican Party serving as Florida's Commissioner of Agriculture. He was elected to that post in 2010. He served in Congress for 10 years representing the Central Florida-based 12th Congressional District, and he is now a candidate for Florida's governor. Putnam made a campaign stop at Tortuga's restaurant in Flagler Beach on Wednesday morning during a breakfast where he presented his campaign platform and spoke with some local residents. And he was asked about his support for funding for schools.
Well, when you look at the jobs affiliated with rural communities, timber-related industries, hospitality and tourism-related industries, marine repair, outboard engine, boat building, these are all the types of jobs I think that Flagler is uniquely suited for. And the bottom line is that our community colleges and state colleges and VOTECs have been treated like a redheaded stepchild. That's got to stop.
Any thoughts on creating some good-paying jobs right here?
So you have to empower your local community colleges to train that workforce so that you can attract the types of jobs here. That's what the Carolinas did to get Boeing. That's what they did to get BMW. That's what Alabama did to get Nissan. So if we want I-10 to be a manufacturing corridor, and if we want Flagler to be an aviation and aerospace, a modern version of the Space Coast, we've got to have the workers to do that.
For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Tony Magoo.
Some major work will be happening at the Marineland Marina. John Arking has the details.
The Flagler County Tourist Development Council approved 29 funding requests Wednesday, totaling $230,000, including $150,000 for the third phase of work on the Marineland Marina. Marineland Mayor Leslie Babonis.
What we're looking to do is put in a 300-foot floating dock along this peninsula along the Intercoastal Waterway. What that will allow us to do is to support more public access to the marina. It will allow us to have a lot of day use slips and transient slips, so we can provide access to Marineland so people can come up and see what we're up to. And really, we're trying to reach out to the 5,000 registered boaters in Flagler County and also our adjacent counties to try to get people here, get them into Marineland and then filter them into the rest of Flagler County.
The marina has received a total of $450,000 in tourist development funds for the multi-phase project. Money for the grants is generated through bed tax collections from area hotels, campgrounds, and short-term rental properties. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm John Arking.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Amy Cherry.